The Utopian Seed Project presents Southeast Seed.
Are there sweet potatoes under there? Yes, there are.
I'm standing here in a patch of okra.
A big, beautiful, pink striped squash.
It's really tender.
I need it for seed, buddy.
And that is food from our ancestors right there.
Hi there, my name is Teresa. Over the next several videos, we're going to take a tour of 6 southeastern crops: corn, sweet potatoes, okra, squash, collards, and southern peas. In each video, we're going to speak with farmers who specialize in these crops in order to learn how to save their seeds.
Oh, you love them.
I have so many feelings about seeds.
This is my calling, is to grow food and save seeds.
I knew how to grow sweet potato plants ever since I was 5 years old.
Corn sex, but yay!
Hello. I am eating a bean.
Yeah, so these were,
It's a delicious bean.
This is Reggie. They spent over a year traveling thousands of miles across the southeastern United States, seeking out farmers and seed savers and recording the lessons that they had to share. So what follows is going to be a series of edited conversations, farmers speaking candidly about what they do and why it's important.
A lot of the knowledge that we want is right in front of us. There are people that we can talk to, communicate, like you and I are doing right now.
Because that's whatever we do. I mean, here we are having this conversation. Whatever we do, I think we affect each other.
People can, get short doses of how to do things, how to clean, what to look for at certain times, and hopefully that'll make for a higher percentage of new growers that succeed.
We're going to talk about the techniques needed to save seeds effectively, isolation distances, processing equipment, all that kind of stuff, and also about the culture of seed saving and why we do it year after year.
I just grew up doing this. Like, it's a little bit more of a relationship with the plant as opposed to formal training. And it's kind of cultivated over years by watching my grandmother do it.
And it's a commitment between a person and a plant. And that's an amazing thing, because I think about the reason we even have food to this day is because all those people whose hands we don't even know they pass through, is the reason we have food here.
The thing that people don't understand or that they fail to factor in, that's obvious once you think about it, is that thousands of generations of your mothers made you seeds that were things that you liked, that they saved the best ones, that you liked the best.
It's self-determination is why I like saving seeds. It's one of the most powerful things you can do, and giving someone else the power and the knowledge to be able to save their own seeds and take control of their own food source there's nothing that feels better than that.
So by the end of this series, you should have the power and the knowledge to save your own seed. In practice, growing crops for seed is not all that different from growing crops for food, and yet today, very few market farmers are also seed savers.
There's this big thing between market gardeners and seed growers or seed farmers.
What is the big thing?
The big thing is that one thinks that they can't do the other. So a market gardener, such as myself, it's like, well, there's all these isolation distances, there's all the processing and that kind of stuff, and I don't have time for that. I'm trying to sell produce and make my money, and I don't have time for that. And then the seed farmer way is like, well, I can't worry about selling stuff. I've got to focus on the saving the seeds and the isolation distances and all of this, and I don't have time to sell the fresh product. And both can work beautifully together, because it does for me. I'm a market gardener that also grows 3 to 5 varieties of seeds for seed companies every year.
The fact that there's this professional division between market gardeners and seed farmers is pretty puzzling, because of course, for the vast majority of the history of agriculture, you couldn't grow food without saving seeds.
We've become so disconnected with the way things used to be. Everyone used to have a garden at one point.
Everyone used to save seeds.
Yeah, everyone used to save seed.
If you had a garden, you had to save seeds.
Yeah, you had to save seed, because prior to the creation of seed companies, it was what you got from your neighbors or what you've had for centuries, or thousands of years if you're an indigenous group of people.
It's only recently that you could just I'm just gonna go online and buy seed. I mean, that wasn't always just be able to go online and buy, seeds from, any company, anywhere. You know, you had what was available locally, you know? So it's like, if you want beans next year, you better save these seeds this year.
Today, most of the seed grown for southeastern farmers is grown outside of the Southeast, even outside of the US. And while we're unlikely to return to a point where all farmers are saving their own seed locally, there's emerged a strong need for southeastern adapted varieties. Seed grown in the Southeast will perform better in the Southeast, and southeastern farmers ought to be the ones benefiting.
Seed saving is a good side hustle. It's a good way to diversify your income. It's kind of fun. It's good to, helping, adapt these varieties to our specific and very unique climate. Maybe we grew it for a few years here and then we passed it to someone else and they grew it a few years there, and yeah, it kind of has more regional adaptiveness that way, but then I feel like that's the way seeds were grown for a really long time. Mm-hmm. And I like the idea of them being grown that way.
It's an ongoing process where you and the crop are cooperating and changing and growing together, and you have to have an eye for that, and you have to be very attentive.
So, if you will, come along with Reggie and I as we speak with southeastern farmers about the seeds that they keep and the stories that they hold. It's easy once you get the hang of it.
There's no reason not to do it.
It's very accessible and anybody can do this. Children can do this.
So anybody can do it, and it's in your hands. It literally is in your hands.
Everything that is grown here started from a seed. What we are doing right now is not about us, but about the generations that will follow us. Save your seeds.
The Southeast Seed Network is an interconnected community of farmers growing seeds and sharing them with one another and making our seed systems better, one variety at a time. We spoke with squash breeders, corn breeders, sweet potato farmers, okra farmers, collard trialers, southern peas stewards, and each of them had such depth of knowledge and dedication to their crops. I hope you'll join me in learning how to save seeds with them. I'll see you in the next episodes. Big thanks to our video series sponsors. And thanks to our media sponsors. This project was funded by Southern SARE.